Yo, welcome to another video. This is my daily updates channel where I'm building a brand new AI agency live, and I respond to all questions in the comments. In today's video, I'm going to break down the funnel and what the process is going to look like in order for us to build this thing to 100 grand a month, wherever it takes us, right? So I'm going to be sharing some sauce here. Let's answer quick question here. The only comment we have since last video is from my boy Deshaun. He said, "Thanks so much for this. I was struggling to come up with a service delivery process from agency. Now I know what to do after watching this." There you go, brother. If you need help with a service delivery process, you could go watch that video. I'm basically mapping out everything. As for the progress on everything, we took a break from actually launching the Cold DMs campaign as I've been traveling, and we're in this wonderful country now, which is it's been a lot of fun, and still getting my work in, right? So these videos are definitely not the best quality, but we get them done regardless. And the only quality that matters is the value, right? So what I've done is I have my VA currently, we built all these different campaigns, and basically each of our outreach accounts are attached to a different campaign targeting realtors in a different city or state. And my VA is going in and he's updating the actual messaging for all of these because it was just taking so long, man, to do this manually. Like, you have to come up with 5 variants for message 1 and then 5 variants for all 8 follow-ups. And I did all of it. He's just going in and basically copying and pasting the messaging or the scripts for all of these campaigns. And this is what we're going to start off testing with. So outreach goes out today. We got a business partner that's going to help on fulfillment and back end to give me time to also balance the coaching business that I'm running. And overall, we're in a good spot. Now, I want to pull up the Miro board because this is going to be some interesting stuff that I'm going to talk about. Basically, I'm at the point where I know exactly how we're going to start getting calls and clients. The outreach is going to go out. We already have positive responses from leads. But basically, what I want to build is, if we're looking at like a top-down funnel, we have top of funnel here, we have middle of funnel here, and we have bottom funnel. I want to keep things extremely simple. And so we've launched this outreach campaign, and we're starting off with, I believe it's only like 50 to 100 DMs a day as the accounts warm up. Eventually, with the accounts we have, we can get to 400 a day. And this is going to bring in enough eyeballs, enough attention top of funnel to get enough leads for us to scale, and leads will no longer become the bottleneck, right? So that's how we solve that bottleneck. But what I need to really work on is middle of funnel. So middle of funnel includes like the main VSL people watch, pre-booking. And then bottom of funnel, we're going to be doing a DM setting campaign here. The sun just came out of nowhere, so I have a crazy shadow on myself, but I think we're good. What we're going to do is we're going to be DM setting all these people. So all the positive responses that come in, we'll be able to find that in our inbox right here. And here's where we could respond to everybody. And then basically what we're going to do after that is we need a series of videos that we're going to host on a funnel, right? And this is something I've been talking about before. But if I pull up my Go High Level, one sec. I'm going to adjust this funnel, and this is something I've been doing with clients as well. We're going to have multiple videos, not in the top of funnel. Like, this is after they book a call. We're going to send them to a thank you page. And this thank you page is going to do a lot of the selling for us, right? If you're following along and you're building this live with me, I recommend you host all of these videos on just your YouTube channel. But since we're not building a new channel for this offer, because I have 2 other ones, what I'm going to be doing is posting all the actual, I call them sales assets, right? So these are videos that are meant to get people to believe the things we need them to believe in order to buy. And so this comes down to, there's 3 things we need to sell people on. We need to sell them on ourselves. So are we trustworthy? Are we somebody that's worth paying high ticket for? We need them to trust in our process, so the actual system that we're going to implement. And the last thing is the offer. And we do this with case study videos. So this is going to be one of the videos that we host on the back end thank you page. For the process, we do this with like mini VSLs that showcase like, hey, this is why we do this for lead gen. This is why we do this for appointment setting. And then ourself is just telling basically our story. Now, when I was running my first agency that I got to like 30 grand a month, the way I would actually get people sold on myself, I would do that on the sales call. So on the sales call, I'd spend the first like 3 minutes basically giving them a rundown on how I got to where I'm at, how I built the system, and why. Because it's very important that you show people why you're selling them. They want to know why it is that you're selling this coaching or agency service to them, right? But I want to leverage my time on that, and I just want to make one video that people could watch on the back end thank you page. So if I pull up the agency's sub account here and go high level, I'm going to show you how we're going to build this. So if I go here and I go here, you'll see that I already had a funnel built out when I was running this like 2 years ago before. Right here, success. So I want to look at the thank you page. For the actual landing page, we're going to send people here, and this is just going to be our main VSL that we're going to craft. Probably tomorrow is when I'm going to spend a lot of time making this, and it's also going to be a rough draft version since I don't have all my stuff. I don't have like the office set up. I'm just going to make like a Loom video that I could send to the first batch of interested leads, and we're just going to change the headline on this. We're not going to do anything else. It's a super simple funnel. We're going to say headline, licensed real estate agents and brokers. And then the main headline, this was like on my old offer, how we solve the real estate lead quality problem. But instead, we're going to do something like, how this AI outreach system is scaling realtors to like 7 figures without relying on ads, Zillow, word of mouth, etc., really hitting their pain point. VSL here, call to action, and then the back end thank you page. This is like, if you're following along, I'm telling you, you want to build this. This is what my old one looked like. I had a 2-minute video that people would watch, and then they just rewatch my main VSL and they would follow me on Instagram, right? What we're gonna adjust to this page is we're gonna stay with this video. I'm gonna update it, right? A 2-minute video that's just telling them like, hey, here's what you have to do now that you booked a call. You need to go down below, confirm it on your calendar, reply yes to the text and email reminders that we have going out, which is something I'm gonna have to rebuild right here. That's the #1 way to increase show-up rates, especially doing cold outreach. Average show-up rate is like 40 to 50% when you don't have systems in place. But when you build out the text and email reminders and you get people to respond yes, we send them a text, an automated text, and it says, hey, you scheduled your appointment with Christian, reply yes to confirm it. If not, we're gonna cancel it. Now you only take calls with the people that reply yes, and the people that reply yes have like above a 90% show-up rate. So that's how we fix the actual show-up rate problem. So we're gonna keep that main video here, but in this first video, we're gonna say, go down below and watch each of these videos so you understand who I am, my process, and how the offer works, partnering with us, okay? Then we're gonna have videos attached here. This is gonna take like at least 1 to 2 months to build, to have like the funnel like fully functional, but we're just taking imperfect action, right? So VAs on top of the sub accounts that we're building out here, DMs are going out today, and then that whole entire funnel is what we're going to be building out on the back end. The thank you page, everything like that. But this is the process. This is the update for today. Drop questions down below if you're following along, and I'll be sure to answer them. And I'll see you tomorrow, man. All right? Take care.